Hello there, welcome to another episode of World of Warships Legends from Gaining Titan. We're here on the ring map with its domination, or not domination, capture the flag mode. And I'm on the Marblehead trying to earn credits to buy the Pensacola. I want enough credits to sort of get cleared through. So I'm trying to build up stock of credits at the moment. I'm not advancing ships or buying new ships. Anyway, I think this is actually an interesting battle. Aside from the fact that I got 10 Citadels, which I think is a first for me. Reasonable spread of ships on both sides, although there's only one battleship on each team. And our battleship has chosen to go north, I think. It's off of the other side anyway, because it's all cruisers on this side. So we've ran into the enemy battleship, the Ishizushi, and we managed to get some fire off. Enemy destroyer spotted by putting up smoke. I really think the habit of destroyers of launching smoke early, as soon as they've been spotted, is probably not the best use of their smoke. They should be putting their smoke in places where it either allows the enemy team to get into a position. Now, I think the relative to his allies, the Ishizushi, is probably caught steaming in the wrong direction. Because a whole bunch of enemy cruisers is about to start popping up. Here we have the Kuma. Now the Kuma at least is aware of the fact that he might be under fire and is starting to bob and weave. Because as soon as he comes around that island he's turning. He's probably changed his speed as well. So my shots are going to go... Boy, I managed to nick him at the corner there. And he's reversed his course back around behind the island. There's another destroyer or another cruiser behind him. But around, well, I'm going to get a Citadel hit, and there's a, what, an Omaha, I think? So and they're all cruising back and forth, broadside on, to our guys, and a lot of our guys are actually sheltering behind islands, are manoeuvring around. They're not necessarily always broadside on. So the enemy, I think, are far more guilty of that than we are. But the thing is that the enemy have... I actually think they have more ships than us at the moment. I actually think they match us in cruisers with the battleship as an extra. They might even have an extra cruiser. Because one of our cruisers is effectively behind an island and more or less out of the fight for the moment. And I personally think that at this point in time, the Ishizushi took the matters into his hands and actually steered himself, angled his armour towards us and sort of approached in our direction, indicating to his comrades what ship he was focusing fire on. They'd have taken us, because the preponderance of firepower is very strongly on their side. Now that Omaha got absolutely eaten alive out there in the open. Took multiple Citadel hits, I think, from multiple ships. Made the mistake of slowing down. I don't know why he slowed down. Maybe he wanted to launch torpedoes or whatever. It certainly wasn't worth it. But the enemy still have the advantage. The enemy still have as many ships as we do, if not more, in this area. They have more ships overall. In fact, I think they still have the cruiser advantage down this side of the map, because there's a 1-on-1 there just east of the enemy crop circle. There's a 2v2 up in the northwest, but it's a destroyer and a cruiser versus a battleship and a cruiser. So they must have a cruiser advantage down here, and they also have a battleship advantage, because we don't have any battleships down here. But they're just not making use of it. It's not doing them any good, because we're the ones that are, I think, more effectively focusing fire, and we're the ones that are basically staying out of reach of that battleship, letting their cruisers dash in towards us and picking them off. So the cruisers are suffering. The destroyer is about to just get finished, and there he goes, and I would say around here now the numbers are probably even ship-wise, except that the enemy still probably should have, in theory, the advantage, because one of those ships that the enemy have on this side of the map is a battleship. It's just the battleship is a little too far away. He's not being decisive about this, and I think the enemy are going to suffer from it because we're going to continue to pick off enemy ships, and it's going to get worse for me now because effectively another cruiser on our side has entered the fight because he's threatening the cap circle from the west. So he's entered the fight on our side now, and it's going to swing the balance of the fight towards us because I think, one, it's going to draw the attention of the Ishizushi and the cruisers in the enemy cap circle to defend the cap circle, and that leaves the poor Al-Kuma alone with the rest of us. And well, you know, there's a lot of incoming fire. He has survived so far, and I'm at a bit of a range, but the rest of the guys are a lot closer, and he's around the back of the island. I won't be able to hit him now until he comes around to my side again. Although it's probably worth sending shots over the island because he's not going to be behind that island for long. He's travelling fast enough. Those ones fell short though. I didn't judge his distance correctly. He's starting to fade in and out of my. Got another Citadel hit. Surprised that he's still floating actually. That's, if I had got, let's say, another penetration or two, that probably would have brought him down. And now the battle has swung decisively into our favour because, well, the enemy have lost another cruiser. So there's just the guy in the cap circle fighting off against our guy in the cap circle, and then the battleship. And the battleship, well, he's got 2 cruisers within range, I'd say 3 cruisers within range, and 2 more closing in pretty fast. So okay, the Oma has pretty battered the, don't know what state the guy on the other side of the cap circle is at. And there's another guy parallel to me and to the west of my position. And he is, well, he's getting within range. 13.9, 13.8, it's not going to be that long before I'm going to have range on him. And there he is, he's now within range. He's practically stationary in the water. I think he was just sitting there dishing out fire. He's starting to move now. And he's, well, he's starting to swing the ship around alright. I think he's just angling towards the nearest ship. But I'm still pretty much getting the broadside on him. And there's, well, there's 3 of us here. I think we have the advantage at this point. But yes, 3 cruisers all told. We have a battleship as well, but the battleship is not going to arrive in time for this fight to be maybe the very end of it. So more incoming fire. I want to drop the shots in the middle between the funnel and the forward gun, or the second forward gun, because I think somewhere there around is the best chance for Citadel hits. And we get a Citadel hit. So that's 9 Citadels, and he's not firing back at me because I'm probably the furthest away. His torpedoes incoming as well. We have 10 Citadel hits now actually. And the torpedoes striking home. He didn't avoid them, and that's it. It's game over. 10 Citadel hits. Not enormous amounts of damage, but can't seem to get these low tier cruisers to do enormous amounts of damage. 43,000 total damage, which seems to be as good as I get. 40 to 50k damage on these cruisers. You can do a lot better on destroyers or on battleships. We got number 3 by experience and a bunch of missions that we completed. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and found it interesting. If you did, please give it a like and a share. If you've not already done so, please subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell to be notified when new videos go up. And I thank you once again for watching. I will catch you all again soon. Bye for now.